As you guys can see, I have a rather large package here. The way that I unbox things is that I will use whatever I last unboxed to unbox whatever I'm currently unboxing. Now let's take a look in here. This is a custom piece. This is really thick. Oh, wow. I'll have to try some cut tests with this. So I was talking to Nick and I was basically like, how big can you make your swords? And so I wanted him to make me a Danish Greatsword because I like Danish Greatswords. So this is not going to be a sword that you can just get on the market. However, I'm going to compare it to a Greatsword that you can get on the market, which happens to be very cheap. And that is the Danish Greatsword that you can just get on Amazon. Wow. So first off, this feels incredibly light. So there's a couple different finishes that he offers. The one that he gave to Matthew Jensen was one that was not his like finest finish. And it kind of gave me some Dark Souls vibes. And I was like, ooh, could you get me something similar to that? So I want like a big sword that kind of feels like I'm in Dark Souls. I could easily use this in one hand. Oh man, the balance feels amazing on this. He told me that the weight was 3 pounds 9 ounces. Which, to put that into perspective, is the same weight that my Aragorn Ranger longsword is. I think that's also the same weight that the Orcrist sword is. Wow, guys, this is incredibly light for how long this is. This is crazy. Wow. Crazy. You can see though, it has a very slender blade. It'll be interesting to see how this cuts. This here is the Danish Greatsword from Amazon. It's a bit heavier, but it's not incredibly heavy. I just weighed it. This is 5 pounds 8 ounces. You can see lengthwise, they're fairly comparable. The guard on this one is a little bit smaller. The pommel's a little bit smaller. Of course, it's a lot lighter, so you don't need as big a counterweight. The handle feels really good on this one. I like the shaping on this one, but this wire here moves around a lot, which is really annoying. However, this sword here is $230 on Amazon, which is crazy. You get a whole lot of sword for not a whole lot of money. $230 for a great sword is, and this is carbon steel. Yeah, and I have some cut videos with this. It performs overall pretty well. You can see, has a little bit more presence in the blade, a little bit thicker. But I wanted to compare a custom greatsword, what that would be like, compared to a mass-produced, cheaper greatsword. I'm really interested to see how this cuts. I imagine with how slender it is, this has got to be crazy at thrusting. I want to do an initial sharpness test. Very impressive. I'm excited to see how this performs.